Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of United Talks podcast. And today we're going to be talking about the 7 takeaways from the game against Forest. If you haven't already, please do like, share, subscribe. We're already tired of seeing all of the views. The people's points of views on the thing. But the truth is, you have to just accept what we have, where we are, move on, and realistically, what we should expect as a team. If you haven't already, like I said, please do like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't have to miss anything as it relates to Manchester United. Manchester United. So basically, 7 takeaways from the game against Forest as Man United lost to Nottingham Forest 1-0. Now, number one is wastefulness in front of goal haunts United again. So, which led to the title of this video as "Where Are the Goals?" So we had 24 shots, 0 goals. 24 shots, 0 goals. United's inability to convert chances dearly cost us dearly, marking their most shots without scoring in the Premier League game since 2021. Remember that famous 2024 shots as well? 20, yeah, same 24, 23 shots in 2021 without scoring. And we also struggled with set pieces in that game as well. Yogodalo hit the bar, Casemiro headed wide, Maguire headed wide, also missed a chance as well, was being cleared from the line as well, didn't hit the ball well. Poor finishing has also been a recurring issue all season. Even like the wing backs, the double tens, we're not creating chances for the strikers. One of the double tens that is being faulted right now and being bashed on social media is Alejandro Garnacho. Was playing for himself instead of trying to create chances for other people, knowing fully well that he's been struggling to score goals. And now we have, built something for ourselves now, and it's now becoming an issue. So that's number one. Number two, Elanga haunts us again. Elanga comes back to haunt his former club. The ex-Man United winger punished the old team, punished Man United with clinical counter-attacking goal, which has raised concerns about us defending on transition, showcasing his pace and directness against United once, you know, shut down for a bit. Okay, so now this his pace and directness actually affected United once the moment we showed lapses, and this was what Man United benefited from Elanga. He joins Danny Welbeck as his second former Red Devil to score against United this season, highlighting the club's questionable past transfer decisions. Yeah, but and also the question was put to Ruben Amorim when he was asked about, oh, is this an issue? Even though Elanga was a thing of the past for Man United, is it an issue? Knowing fully well that we're selling our talents and they're performing better, and Ruben Amorim said that Elanga could be thriving well in um, another club, but playing for Manchester United is bigger in the sense that the weight of playing for the club is way bigger. So it is what it is. It's something we have to just kind of accept and move on. So that is what it is. So Elanga haunts us. Number three, defensive vulnerability on the break, which I talked about in the number two. Forest winner came from a lightning fast transition, exposing United's lack of recovery speed in midfield and defense. And I talked about it in the match preview or a short video that I released. And I said the issue is not with the way we play. The issue is in the midfield, in the middle of the park, with Nottingham Forest midfielders crowding that area and making us go wide and all of that, especially with Morgan Gibbs White, who was largely ineffective in the game, had a shot and that was wide and that was it. So, yeah. Now, the backline struggled to deal with Forest direct play, raising questions about Amorim's defensive structure. Because I think they also tried to beat us on the counter when we threw a kitchen sink at them and all of that. So it raises questions, and it is something for us to think about or worry about. But it is what it is. We just have to move on and accept what the situation is at the club. and try and see if we can build on it. And Ruben Amorim said this during the press conference. He said that there's a high chance that obviously we have a momentum, and the momentum continue remains to be seen. And then if we lose that momentum, that's the narrative changes. That was what Ruben Amorim said. So basically, it is what it is. Now, number four, Bruno's frustration continues. Obviously, um, despite creating chances, including Dalot's header off the bar, Bruno Fernandes couldn't inspire a comeback. I mean, his lack of influence in open play was noticeable with United overly relying on set pieces for threat. Um, and in truth, Bruno was effective in trying to dictate the play of the game. But obviously, when a team is defending low block, we need to also find other ways to create chances instead of trying to shoot because they had so many block shots. We had so many block shots. Instead of trying to shoot, I mean, if we look at, just by men looking at stats from even a player like Alejandro Garnacho, he had 6 shots, he created 4 chances, and then all shots were wide, barely even hitting the target. And he had 4 block shots in total, 3 block shots rather. He had 3 block shots and all of that, 8 touches in the opposition box, and still didn't make any impact because he was playing for himself, it looks like. So we it seemed like we're relying on set pieces and trying to cross the balls in and all that. And then Ruben Amorim's tactical decisions were questioned. That's number 5. And I was thinking about this last night, and after the game, I started thinking like, okay, so what happened in the game? Because that's what happens before we come up with like 7 takeaways and all that. What happened in the game? It seemed like Nuno Espirito Santo knew how to defend against Ruben Amorim. Portuguese against Portuguese, hello. So knew how to defend against Amorim and maybe big teams and all of that. So throwing Harry Maguire as a makeshift striker late in the game was more like Amorim's desperate move to try to get at least something from the game because he said we deserve something. And we actually deserve something considering the way we played, but it didn't work out because we had chances but still didn't score. Now, the lack of chances for our number nines was also evident. We didn't create any chance for. There were times when I've seen like Joshua Xerxes and Rasmus Højlund raise their hands to try to kind of like create chance for themselves or create a space for themselves, and the ball wasn't coming in. I mean, if you were going to, even though they're battling against 2 or 3 defenders there, try to cross the ball. At least 1 or 2 will fall to you, and you will score. Dogu tried it several times, and then as well, on the right side, Dalo wasn't crossing as many. He wasn't crossing at all. He was trying to go down the byline. Garnacho was trying to go down the byline to try to cross short. And it's just, we were not mixing it up, per se. So basically, so it now makes it look like our number nines were doing a graveyard shift and they were not clinical enough. And then also, number 6, top 4 hopes probably over right now as we speak. In fact, top 4 hopes is over because we remain 13th. We remain 13th on the league with European qualification now looking unlikely unless we win the Europa League. And Forest, meanwhile, will strengthen their Champions League push, sitting comfortably in third. So it's very important that we just accept where we are and then push for better, right? So now number 7, which is last but not least, another step backwards in a disappointing season. The season has been disappointing. Might as well just call it off because we've not had consistency. When it just seemed that we were building momentum after wins against Sociedad and Leicester, we delivered a flat performance against Nottingham Forest, right? And then we also showed a bit of a lack of identity when it comes to the final third, right? The style of play is evident for us to see, but the team seemed to struggle to break down organized defenses, and that is also a challenge. And Amorim said in his post match that he intends to is something that they intend to work on. So it's sad to see, but it was also a familiar story for Man United this season. I mean, it's nothing. I mean, dominant in possession, but then toothless in attack, punished on the break. Similar words. I mean, Champions League football now a distant dream. I mean, the focus must also shift to salvaging pride in the Europa League and planning for a major summer rebuild. I mean, Ruben Amorim has also said that obviously winning a trophy does not determine. I mean, I remember one person, I think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer said the same thing as well. Winning a trophy does not probably determine the progress that the team has made. It all boils down to, how the team is playing and an identity and the foundation. So let me know your thoughts and feelings about this. Um, it is a sad one, and we have to also look forward and move on. Man City is on the horizon. We have to prepare for that one. We have Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday to prepare, and then it's 5 days before we can play Man City on Sunday. So let everybody just rest up and we go again. So hopefully we come up with something positive. After all, Erling Haaland is injured. So it is what it is, even though they have the pace of Mamouche and all of that. So hopefully we get a win from that one. But let me know your thoughts and feelings about the game. Let me know your thoughts and feelings about Amorim's tactics. Is it working? Is it not working? Should he change? And all of that. I know you all know my opinion about that. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for liking, sharing, and subscribing. If you haven't already, please do like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't have to miss anything that relates to Manchester United. Take care, goodbye, and God bless.